Welcome to GuESPers. It's the tea-fueled podcast where I had 3 cups of tea today, and I'm Alex, and I'm full of tea.
And I'm Mason, and I'm angry.
Are you full of tea?
Yeah, I guess I'm full of tea. I had 2 cups of tea today, so you got a cup on me.
And this is the tea podcast where we talk about tea. So I had some... Just kidding. This is the comedy podcast where we try to strengthen our relationship by learning to read each other's minds. And every week I disturb Mason during the intro to the podcast in one way or another. Even if he thinks I'm doing it normal, I'm not.
That was good. You got me. That pivot halfway through, really.
I always do. That's my whole MO. What's MO stand for?
Modus operandum?
For realsies? It's Latin?
I mean, that could be wrong, man. If I just fucking shot it in the dark, that's galaxy brain. Right there.
You said like grass cleaning instead of like whatever MO should be. Like you pronounced it wrong.
Yeah.
Like you were close, but
I said grass cleaning in Latin.
Yeah, yeah, by accident instead of whatever it's supposed to be. It's fun. I love starting it out where I make myself search something. Episode corrections go up on the Tumblr, by the way. Anyway, we're starting the podcast. We're gonna meld minds, and this time I'm gonna try not to fuck it up like I have all 4 weeks we've done this. All right, you ready, Mason?
Absolutely.
1,
2,
3. Monument. Those are kind of the exact opposite thing, huh?
One is very solid.
One is very amorphous.
One is very squishy.
Okay. 1,
2,
3. Flubber.
Racists.
Wait, what did you say?
Racists.
Was Flubber a racist?
No, Flubber was a blob. Racists are generally immortalized in monuments.
Bastards.
Yep.
1,
2,
3.
Robin
Harbor.
Williams.
I was going for like the Boston Tea Party, but tea in the harbor.
And I went for the Flubber. We always switch.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand about the mind meld. If you're supposed to get closer, how do you know which person's closer you're supposed to get?
Somebody's just gotta stick. Like, they just gotta either stick to their guns or, like...
How do we decide that?
That's the thing. That's the random number generator of this game.
Whatever. I don't even think this part helps. We just do it because it's funny. Because that hot dog that one time.
Hey, I am striving to reach the hot dog heights again.
The hot dog is the unachievable bar of which we've set for ourselves.
That's the name of the rich neighborhood in
Hot
Meatland.
Dog, the unachievable bar in which we've set for ourselves.
Hot Dog Heights.
Hot Dog. When the fuck did you get Heights? What? My name is so cool and long and is like the name of a current anime.
That's very true.
Thank you.
But no, because I said I'm striving to reach those Hot Dog Heights again, and I just thought like Hot Dog Heights sounds like the name of like a hoity-toity neighborhood somewhere.
Oh, it so does. I wonder if it's in Mayor McCheese Land. What's it fucking McDonald Land? I looked this up.
Is it seriously just called McDonald's Land?
Seriously, just called McDonald. Do you not read the episode notes? God, who am I even making episode corrections for?
We're on episode, 22?
22.
I guess it was 22. That was episode 2. We're talking about something that was...
We talked about Mayor McCheese in episode 2?
episodes ago. In fact, now I'm thinking about it, that might have been episode 1. I think that was episode 1. You're asking me to remember something that I read one time 21 weeks ago.
I don't remember when we did stuff. I just remember that stuff has been done. Alright, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast where Alex determines the who goes first based on a random question that appears in my mind via ESP from the universe. Kind of like the spirit bomb that Goku does. Alright, spirit bomb blossom in my head. Who is the last person that smelled a flower?
Me.
Well, why? When?
I
How?
smelled those shitty chamomile leaves that you made me waft earlier. Those are technically, like, they were whole ass
dried
buds.
flowers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I forgot it. Fuck. God damn it.
Chamomile smells bad. Just like the raw,
dried
bud,
chamomile, yeah. We're still talking about tea. This is a tea podcast. GuESPers, the tea podcast.
Oh,
How do you brew your tea?
Know what the first word of this episode title is gonna be?
Hot Dog Heights?
No.
No, I know. Yeah, tea, I got that. It was just...
Oh, man, Hot Dog Heights would be good, but we've talked about tea too much at this point for that not to be in the episode.
How you guys like oolong? I heard it gives my friend John a headache. Anyway, Mason, you get to go first. I got so much tea in me. I'm tea-rific.
I get to go first.
I would like to achieve Tivana, which is great because like it doesn't exist anymore.
But it
so, like,
does?
I guess
Like,
it does as like a
as a
bastard
brand.
like incorporation into the Starbucks brand. I mean, it was already a Starbucks subsidiary, but like they sucked it back up. Like, you ever like have boba and you try to slurp something through the straw and the boba gets back out of the straw when you're done slurping, like you didn't complete the slurp, and then it gets to sit in the bowl for a little bit and then you suck it and then you do get it? That's what Starbucks did to Tivana. Boba is tea. I'm sticking to my tea guns.
Boba is tea.
Can you imagine a tea gun? It's a pew, pew. I don't feel very good. I've got a tummy ache. Boom, ginger peach, right down your gullet. And you're like, oh, my throat kind of hurts. Boom, throat coat. Like, just firing tea cannons.
I need to wake up in the morning. Boom, English breakfast. I don't know what the appropriate use of English breakfast
any
is.
black tea has high caffeine, so you just, yeah, for sure, fucking shoot them with some English breakfast. Shoot them with some e-breakfast, as I like to. E-brekkie.
E-brekkie?
E-brekkie, that's what I call it, English breakfast.
The new rapper out of
E-brekkie? Out of London?
E-brekkie.
I think he's out of Glasgow.
Out of Glasgow?
Yeah,
you
gotta be
probably.
out of Glasgow. Glasgow, new up-and-coming rapper E-brekkie coming out of Glasgow.
His whole
Why'd you
album
name
is
it?
about how much his airport sucks.
Why'd you name yourself E-brekkie? Well, you know, I woke up one morning and I had myself a cuppa, and I just thought, yeah, this is it, bro. Governor. I'm getting my slang mixed up. Anyway, Mason, you should go.
If he was a true like London rapper on the true rap scene, he'd say
Glasgow.
Glasgow. He'd say Gov, not Governor. He'd shorten it.
Hey, Gov.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm thinking. Go.
It's like a round table discussion in like medieval times, except for some reason everybody has put all of their weapons on the table during the discussion. So like the guy heading the meeting tries to put his like elbows on the table so that he can like address the committee, I guess. And he like bumps into a sword and cuts himself, and he goes, ah, fuck. And then the guy next to him's like, ah, Jesus, I'm sorry. Let me just. And then he like knocks his shield over, lands on another guy's foot, and that guy's like, oh, God. And it's like an Abbott and Costello skit at that point. They're just knocking weapons and stuff over.
Oh, man, that's so good.
Thanks. What was yours? Did I nail it?
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You
said it was good.
It was good, but it wasn't right. I just want a supercut of me telling you that your guess was wrong, followed up by you going, "What do you mean?" Like in that exact voice. Like I swear to you, it happens at least once.
Do I do that a lot?
Yeah.
Good.
A lot.
Good to know.
That's like your go-to response to being told that your guess was wrong.
Every time we do this podcast, there's like 6 layers to it, right? Like we do it, I don't remember anything, and then I edit it, I remember some things, and then I write it down, and then when we premiere the podcast, which is Sundays at 10 a.m. by the way, for you who are already listening, it's Sundays at 10 a.m. And I read the like published post and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we did, and that's when it gets added to like the long-term memory banks. So all those times when I didn't remember like Dirty George Joe, like now that we've done the guest list to correct that problem, I don't have that. But look at me, I remembered McDonald Land. Like you see how different the world is now?
You remembered McDonald Land, but forgot that it was in episode 1.
Okay, I didn't say I remembered what episode. I just remembered that things happen now, which is like at least 6 feet above wherever I was.
Had to be in episode 2. Now that I'm thinking, I'm listening to you. I just like it hit me that the name of episode 2 was Corn, Cheese, and Ivy League. So I'm thinking episode 2.
Gotta be that one. Hey, what'd you think of?
Oh, mine was water cats that live underwater, and their tails are cattails. You know what I'm talking about? Like the plant that like grows in water. And it's called a cattail. I don't know how to describe
it. You're talking about those reeds.
Yeah.
That are called cattails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The underwater cats' tails are cattails.
Yeah.
That was just the crux of my whole idea. I was just like, cats whose tails are actually cattails. Oh, they live underwater. That would make more sense, so their tails could stick out of the water.
What if they're like, so cats are like carnivores, right? So like, if they just stick their tails like straight up like the reeds, and then like people come down to get them, and they just catch birds.
Oh, that's fucking.
I thought you were gonna say cats with shark tails, and I was gonna be like, that's just Vaporeon, fool.
Cats with shark tails.
You just described Vaporeon.
Cats with shark tails, starring Jack Black and Will Smith.
Is that?
And Angelina Jolie.
Was Jack Black in Shark Tale?
He was the shark.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He was the main
right
shark.
Now? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
And his dad, the like bad guy shark, I guess, was Robert De Niro.
Well, I knew that. I didn't know that was Jack Black.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably really obvious. I haven't seen that movie since it came out.
He does a really good job of hiding his voice because it doesn't sound like Jack Black.
You're my mom. I don't know if she likes the movie, but she's seen it multiple times just because she really likes the song Car Wash.
I was like, she likes it because of Car Wash.
At the end. Yeah.
I knew it. As soon as you're like, I don't know if she likes the movie, I was like, but she likes the song
Car Wash. So I've caught her watching that scene like multiple times for sure.
It's because she likes the song Car Wash. I mean, that is like the most on brand your mom thing. The only thing I can remember Shark Tale for at this point is the 2 Jamaican jellyfish, and
oh yeah, their hats were like
their bulbs.
Yeah,
it was like
and then like with dreads. Yeah, I remember that.
And the meme of "No, you can't fuck the sexy fish" from Shark Tale.
What's the meme? Is it just "you can't fuck the sexy fish"? From
Shark
Tale?
it's from a Tumblr called like "You Can't Fuck This," and it was like, "No, you can't fuck the sexy fish from Shark Tale. Yes, it may have fish titties, but no, you cannot fuck the sexy fish from Shark Tale."
I wonder if they have the mom with the fucking just dump truck ass from that shitty Robots movie.
What, you mean like every mom from every Disney Pixar movie ever?
Yes, obviously. That goes without saying. But you know what I'm talking about.
When you say the shitty Robots movie, do you mean Robots?
Is it called just Robots?
I think it's literally
and you remember
just called
they had
Robots.
that like mom or I don't know what she was. I think she was a mom. I don't remember that movie.
She had a big old dump truck.
She was red and she had just like the biggest caboose that has ever driven on a train track.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. I've never seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about.
I have seen it and I know nothing about it. Nothing is retained.
I think
Is Jack Black in that one too?
No, I think the main robot in that one is Matthew Broderick.
Oh, poor Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
poor
not
choice.
a great career choice for him.
Ever since Deck the Halls, it's all been downhill.
Oh, God.
I saw
That's Danny DeVito, right?
Yeah, I saw Deck the Halls like 6 times when it was in theaters.
That's unfortunate.
I didn't want to. I saw Christmas with the Cranks 4 times.
That's also unfortunate.
Yeah, I have this like weird track record of like unwillingly, like I cannot explain how much of an unwilling participant I am in seeing these Christmas movies multiple times in theaters against my will.
Both movies, very bad career choices for very good actors. Like, Danny DeVito, Matthew Broderick, great actors. Deck the Halls, not a good move. Jamie Lee Curtis, amazing actress. Christmas with the Cranks, not the best decision, Jamie.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the thing in the podcast where I think my thoughts and I send them to you, like, bend it like Beckham.
Keira Knightley.
I'm gonna kick it towards you. Ready?
You're gonna kick it towards me like Beckham?
Yeah, I'm just like Beckham. I have an underwear deal with my brand, with my beanie.
I wanna know. Oh no, I'll let you say.
Okay, it's going. You can eat it. Eat it up.
Okay.
Nom, nom, nom.
Okay, so it was a whipped cream bottle or can. They're cans. One with a bottle. Just gonna drink the whipped cream.
It's not aerated at all. In fact, it's just heavy whipping cream.
Like a big can of whipped cream, the size of the Washington Monument. Just a can of whipped cream. I have to physically restrain myself from saying ready whip. Just a can of whipped cream the size of the Washington Monument. And once a year, on the National Day of Whipped Cream, a helicopter brings in just a big old weight, like paperweight above it, and they just lower it onto the tip, and it just
I imagine, because I mean the helicopter has to be above it to make that happen, that it just fucking, those men just die for their country on National Whipped Cream Day, because it sprays the helicopter and they just fucking die.
Why is it? It's above the can. Why would the spray go up and hit the helicopter?
Well,
the spray's gonna go out.
No, it's not gonna go out. Have you ever operated a ready whip can in the upright position? That's against all the rules.
That's true.
Inside of the can.
I was thinking a nozzle that like is faced sideways. So
there's no fun sideways whipped cream nozzles.
That's true. It all goes shit. Which means my paperweight idea wouldn't work, and they would have to have something push against the side of the nozzle.
The two men who operate the helicopter are considered national heroes, and it's a great honor to die in the whipped cream spray.
Just like immediately alarms start going off.
Explosion, and as soon as it explodes, people pull out their graham crackers. They start toasting fucking marshmallows over the wreckage.
They said, "Okay, never mind. I'm changing.
I'm changing my change it. No, it's too
that's
late.
That's how the festival used to be celebrated until they figured out they could just fly an unmanned drone into the side of the whipped cream.
We haven't gotten that technology yet. The drone needs to be strong enough to activate the nozzle.
Yeah.
The nozzle needs like fucking, I assume, like 65 pounds of pressure.
Could you imagine the people just standing at the bottom, just waiting?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a fucking national holiday. I want those men to give their lives for the whipped cream.
Once a year.
They
get selected. There's like a process.
The whipped cream jubilee. I think that's a good name for it. And people just gather. They just fuck up that reflecting pool. That reflecting pool is just fucking swamped.
That is so
gross.
Funny. I had something that I wanted to say pre-guess, but I can't even remember what we were talking about anymore.
Did the room light up like a little bit more than it was like 5 seconds ago?
Maybe your computer lit up.
It's already lit up. It's the thing we record on. It's gone now. I think one of our phones might have lit up, and I just... Anyway, so you had a thing you wanted to talk about. What is it?
What were we talking about pre-guess?
Eating? What was it about? Shark Tale. Robots.
No, after that.
Dump truck asses.
Maybe after robots? Did we talk about... Okay, Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, yeah, Christmas with the Cranks. We did that.
Yeah, and then I said,
and
not a good move, Jamie.
Jamie Lee Curtis, bad move. That was it. That was where we stopped. Was that Jamie Lee Curtis? I was going to make
a joke, but then I was like, no, I'll let her go first, and I'm a fool because I should have known.
Well, yeah, it's gone forever. Do you want to know what I thought of?
Yeah, was I right?
Close. Kind of.
What?
In the cream territory.
Ooh.
It was macaroni salad. creamy, dreamy, cream.
Macaroni salad.
In a burrito, but all of it is cold. So it's just really unappealing macaroni salad inside of a cold tortilla. Just a bad idea all around. Very gross and very white.
Very
the
white.
The whitest meal you know. The only way you could make it whiter is if you pulled out some butter to rub on the tortilla.
Was that
Which,
a
by the
whitest
way,
kid you know reference?
No, I don't even know who the whitest kids I know are. What I was going to say is, that is so white. For the record, I'm Mexican and Italian and German. But, like, I'm only removed from Mexico by, like, one generation. And, like, it was so incomprehensible for me the first time I saw Mason's stepmom put butter or request butter for a set of tortillas that she ordered. I was like,
yep.
What does she need butter for? And also, why would this Mexican restaurant have butter? And then they produced it.
Yep.
And then I watched in horror as she just knifed it up and spread it like you fucking mayonnaise on a sandwich. And then, why? Why? I don't understand. I have never seen someone my whole life do that.
Where my grandma lives out in East Texas, they fucking just, at some Mexican restaurants, they just have that fucking shitty parquet squeeze butter just at the table.
Why?
Just already.
Who
it's just there for your
this?
pleasure.
Did people
I don't
from
know,
Nebraska
Southern white moms,
with their fucking mayonnaise balls just come down here and were just spreading their disease? It's gross. It's times like this I remember that fucking time when I worked at the burger house, and that lady came up to me and we were doing like a special on chicken fried steak, and she was like, do you have, what did she fucking ask me?
That wasn't fair.
Oh, what's it? Yeah, she was like, do you have real gravy or are you a damn Yankee? That's what she asked me straight up, and I just stared at her and I went, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Does she mean cream gravy? Does she want
yes,
cream gravy?
and then Yankee gravy is brown gravy, and I assume that, I guess she's still part of the Confederacy that only existed for 5 years. Like, what the fuck? And so she was like, where are you from? And I was like, California. And she was like, oh, honey, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I already said that. And she was like, what kind of gravy is it? And I'm like, it's white. And she just went, good, I'll have that. And I'm just like, did I walk into a microaggression? Like, what the fuck just happened?
You just happened upon the microaggression.
Of, like, if I had been an East Coaster, would I have attacked her? Like, I don't know. I
jumped across the table and slapped her fucking silly.
I come from Southern California. I have no fucking idea what any of this is.
It just shows that all those boundaries in stupid South-North is just, it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. She immediately was like, oh, okay, you have no part in this. And I'm like, cool, I love how the West Coast is just like free
just whatever.
We're fucking Switzerland from this bullshit.
We don't even what's gravy?
What's gravy? I don't fucking know. We didn't have biscuits and gravy. Fucking I'm in Southern California right next to the fucking Mexico border. When I found out what Tex-Mex was, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit sucks.
Although
and it's real Mexican food.
Yeah, even just the tiny little taste I've had of real Mexican food, I'm just like
hole in the wall joints where they barely speak any English.
Yeah, back when we were out in bumfuck nowhere during college, and we'd drive out to
that 99-cent taco place
stand in the middle of it was like the only thing. It was just sitting there. And they had Taco fucking Tuesday where you get 99-cent tacos. Like, fucking when our friends that one night made us beef tongue tacos.
Yep.
Just what have I been doing? Just eating I guess Chewies. Like
no, don't besmirch.
Chewies is fine.
Chewies has found a balance. on the border
On the
can
border.
just fall off a cliff for all I care.
On the border is
That's
a good
like places that advertise themselves as being
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex can just flip off a cliff. I'm bringing that back. You know who can flip off a cliff? Fucking Chili's. You remember when Chili's was an American restaurant? No, apparently they're a Tex-Mex restaurant now, and they can just flip off a cliff.
It's like, why?
I don't know, because they were trying to drive up their sales, and then that backfired because nobody wanted their shitty new menu. I miss curly fries. Remember when Chili's had curly fries? I'm a curmudgeony old fucking man over here, fucking looking for my goddamn curly fries. Deleted on my birthday, by the way.
Oh.
I asked to go to Chili's for my birthday when I was like
specifically for curly
6,
fries, I'm assuming.
and I was like, yeah, exact 100%, and the chocolate shake with the sprinkles on top.
Yep.
And I was like, can I get the kids meal with the curly fries? And they're like, we don't do curly fries anymore on my birthday. I know. What is more devastating to a 6-year-old who eats basically only potatoes?
I gotta say though, as a southern boy that grew up in I'd say southern, I grew up in fucking a Dallas suburb, but as a kid who grew up in the South, I do prefer white gravy over brown.
I don't give a shit. I just don't want the gravy. Like, why do I need to dip my shit in more fat? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And like, oh, you're covering up the chicken fried. Well, if you have to cover your chicken fried steak up in that much gravy, your chicken fried steak fucking sucked.
Yeah, that's very true. I can agree with that. Condiments, or I guess I don't know if I just call gravy a condiment.
Gravy is a condiment.
Okay,
why not?
That's true.
You just pour it on
Condiments are there to accentuate the dish, not to cover up how bland your dish is.
Yeah. Agreed. And that concludes the food portion of our podcast. Please try our recipe for macaroni salad and a cold tortilla with butter on top. Cold butter. It's got to be parquet.
Everything. Oh God! So it's not even like butter. It's just chemicals.
Oh, it's parquet spray too.
Spray?
Yeah,
I forgot
butter.
they have spray.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Okay, it's your turn.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
What was that? Why was it country?
'Cause I just got done talking about how I'm a southern boy who grew up to listening to such classic country music artists as Led Zeppelin.
Oh my God, I worked with, I feel so bad, I can't remember his name. He was my good buddy at the grocery store.
Is this the guy?
The dude who turned into a manager, who was always watching Maury on his lunch breaks.
Is his name like Brad or something?
No. I feel so bad I can't remember his name.
He's a
To
good
be
guy.
fair, I can't remember it. No, it's not the little guy you're thinking of.
Oh.
Then
I don't know.
Yeah, he like worked in the whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we were talking one day and a Lynyrd Skynyrd song came on over the radio and he's like, "Ugh, I can't stand country." And I was like, "Okay,
is not
I may
country.
be from California, but this is not straight country. If anything, I will secede to country rock." And he was just like, "No, this is pure country." And I was like,
"No,
what are you talking about? No, it's not." That
poor uncultured man has
he
not
was
heard
not
true
uncultured.
Country.
He was definitely
he thinks Lynyrd Skynyrd
uncultured.
is country.
He was extremely uncultured, justifiably, in white culture, I think is what, or whatever you would call white. I don't think we have culture, but like, you know, talking about. 'Cause like he could fucking recite a Dave Chappelle skit on the fucking like blink of an eye, all the episodes. No, amazing.
It's good stuff, but yeah, no. I feel bad about calling him uncultured. I step back that statement. Fuck it, he can thank Lynyrd Skynyrd's country.
If your bar of whether someone is cultured or not is whether or not they've heard enough Lynyrd Skynyrd to deviate whether they're just a country
not
fan.
Not enough Lynyrd Skynyrd, just enough of, like, rock versus country to know the difference.
I mean, it was a very funny conversation at the time, for sure.
Yeah, like, listen listen to fucking like Gimme 3 Steps and then go listen to like Okie from Muskogee by Merle Haggard. There's a clear separation there.
There's like 10 degrees of Kevin Bacon between those two fucking... I wonder if I typed in Lynyrd Skynyrd how long it would take me to get to Kevin Bacon.
Oh shit.
Damn, I have to play the Kevin Bacon game now.
Alright, okay. I've delayed this long enough.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
Alright.
Give me the juice.
And...
Juice is loose.
Go.
Is it like bricks? It's like a brick wall, kinda, or maybe like a stone wall. But, like, it has one of those stupid... Who's the guy who draws those, like, body outlines? The artist? He's, like, really famous. They're, like, they're basically just, like, little blobby people.
Little blobby people?
Yeah, and he just he's like, not Banksy, but he's, like, one of those kind of, like, pop artists. You know what I'm talking about? He has really famous art where the dude's kind of like jibbing into jiving, doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those, but like punched into the brick, not all the way through it, but as if a blobby person slammed into the wall with such force that he pushed all the bricks, or they pushed all the bricks inward.
So
to make an impression of their body.
So, all in all, it was a little more than just a brick in the wall, huh?
Is that Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just didn't want to embarrass myself. But I needed to take a leap of faith.
This is good.
Oh, no,
you don't,
just another man in the wall.
You don't need no education over here.
Can I just make some cash register noises?
That is a completely separate song.
Whatever. I named it one off the same fucking album.
Nope.
Is it not on the same album?
No, not at all.
Well, I've embarrassed myself already. You can just go ahead and tell me whatever it is, because I don't care about our witty banter anymore. I'm shut down.
Dark Side of the Moon, Alex.
Is that not on Dark Side of the Moon? Oh, is it? Oh,
Money is on Dark Side of the Moon.
Is another Brick in the Wall a different album than Dark Side of the Moon?
Yep, it is The Wall. The name of that album.
What did I say? Another Brick in the Wall?
Well, Another Brick in the Wall is the name of the song, but The Wall is the name of the album.
Would that still make that song the titular song of the album? 'Cause you know how,
would
like,
assume so.
albums have a song that's named after their album, but like Pink Floyd was like, fuck that, here's like 4 more words.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like 3 different parts of Another Brick in the Wall.
When it comes to color bands, I just prefer Deep Purple.
I don't think that's a good metric or comparison.
Pink Floyd, I want Deep Purple. I want to be space trucking.
I mean, I do enjoy... Deep Purple is definitely way more readily listenable than any Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd can just flip off a cliff for all I care. I don't care about Pink Floyd at all. Hey,
Okay.
Mason, what was the thing?
Not what you thought.
No, come on. Bricks, wall. Pink
It
Floyd.
was an empty hoop skirt. So, like, nobody's in the hoop skirt.
Like, does it have the dress over it, or are we talking just the boning? Because you know the boning is, like, the thing, and then they put the skirt over it.
You're gonna have to explain to me what boning is.
Like, literally bones. They used to make them out of bones. It's okay, so imagine a thing that's the shape of a hoop skirt, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, like, strips of bone/wood.
And that's what's, like, holding it in that shape.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know those things they put around tomato plants to make the plant grow, like, upwards so it doesn't, like, fall over. It's like a cage.
Yeah.
You just imagine that, but a hoop skirt.
Oh, okay, cool.
So is it that, or is it the thing, does it already have a skirt on it?
It already has a skirt. It looks like something that somebody would be wearing.
Okay, well,
but there's just no one in it.
That's just not how you put it on, though. Because you got to put on the boning, and then you put on the petticoat over that, and you put on... This is like 18 layers to make the skirt happen.
Okay, well then, yeah,
so
it's all of that.
Done for some reason.
But there's no one inside of it. It's just a disembodied hoop skirt.
I didn't mean to, like, hit you, but with these fashion facts, I just want to understand.
No, you're good. And it's doing hula hoop. It's like...
On its own?
Yeah, on its own.
Is it floating?
Yeah.
I was like imagining it's on a dress form, and the dress form's like a perpetual motion device that's just like.
No.
What if you now stay with me here, okay? Right, the bottom of a hoop skirt, right,
Yep.
is a Hot Wheels track
Ooh.
on the inside, and then you weight the Hot Wheel with like a small little making it like heavy, and then you put it on the dress form. You make the dress form real wobbly. And then you just set it in motion, and then the car will roll around the hoop skirt bottom, and we'll tip it back and forth, and we've created a perpetual motion machine.
That's pretty dope.
Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me science. Science says I nailed it. I've created a perpetual motion machine with the hoop skirt and a Hot Wheel.
Give me hoop skirt Hot Wheel perpetual motion machine.
Steve Harvey cries in the corner.
Ding! Yeah!
Yay! And he just like stares directly in the camera with his mouth open like.
Oh, I'm sure this already exists. I'm gonna look this up tomorrow. I want to see a supercut of every time Steve Harvey's looked directly.
I don't think that you could do that because it would be like 18 hours long.
That's why it's called a supercut.
Is it? Well, a supercut insinuates that you're like cutting down material. But if your material cut down makes something that's like an hour plus long, have you truly cut something down?
Yeah. I don't have to sift through the thousands of hours.
You don't have to get any context clues. I just want to see Steve Harvey's face every time something crazy goes up on the board. Mason just made a bunch of the faces for those at home who can't see Mason.
Oh, man.
I'm going to do it.
Good. Yeah, you go.
Guess what? It's my turn, and here I come with an axe because I'm breaking down your little pig house.
Excuse me, sir. Are you breaking the chain?
You love that joke. It's a Game Grumps joke.
Yep.
Anyway, alright. I guess I have an image apparently. Here you go.
Okay.
Just take it, I guess.
Alright. Those, headbands. So
what's a headman?
Headband? A headband?
Oh, a headband.
I'm doing this and I'm saying something that sounds
I
like
don't know
headband.
if you noticed, but my eyes have been closed
okay.
this whole time because I'm sending you the image with my mind.
Okay, no. Okay, so headband.
Yeah, I guess Mason was doing a thing where it kind of looked like he had a headband on.
Yeah, so one of those headbands, like Halloween headbands with the little devil horns.
Oh, those were horns. Okay.
Yeah, and they are being worn by just your stereotypical high school like emo goth teen.
I was sure, and I'm talking like Polly Shore, that you were gonna fucking say Jeff Dunham.
By your stereotypical Jeff Dunham.
Emo high school teen. What does he do with the puppets?
Well, he obviously pulls them out and makes them into very racist caricatures.
Why is he a racist emo teen?
Because he's Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. Well, I was thinking Jeff Dunham-esque.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to take the positive attributes from Jeff Dunham, which I guess is only his puppeteering, and not like anything about the puppeteering.
Not any of his
just
actual
the fact that
comedy.
he can puppeteer is the only positive takeaway that I'm taking away from Jeff Dunham, and I'm choosing to not acknowledge what the puppets are or like any of that.
Yep. Alright, so
Emo teen.
wearing those
Headband
with the
horns,
little horn,
yep.
little devil horns.
Halloween.
But fucking accent piece, she's got on the most fucking bright, sparkly ass pink boots.
Yeah, that's a type of emo. It's like pastelcore.
Yeah, but like everything else isn't pastelcore. It's just regular,
okay.
but just
She's
like
got
that's
an
the
accent
accent
piece.
piece.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that, and she's owning it at the fucking social. I don't know what to
At
call
the
it.
middle.
The ice cream social.
The ice cream, because they do that, where they drink their egg creams and.
At the sock hop.
At the sock hop. School fundraiser, where they sell pies.
You ever been a part of like an actual cakewalk?
What's a cakewalk?
You walk for cake.
If I had been, I would have participated in all of them. What the fuck?
I can't.
So do I just like go a kilometer and I get a piece of cake?
You're gonna
How
have
does it
to
work?
look this up. I can't.
I'm gonna type in cakewalk and it's gonna give me some weird shit about how you walk on the runway. I'm never gonna figure this out. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about a catwalk, Alex? Those
No.
are two very
I'm talking
different
about a cakewalk
things.
where people say like, "This is a cakewalk." That's a saying.
I know, but you're talking about runways, and I
Yeah,
feel
I think
like
there's like a cakewalk runway situation. Model goes down to the end, and then she gets a piece of cake, and then she gets to go back
you're
into
taking
the
those
back.
hands that you normally use to shovel cake, and you're just digging yourself deeper into this hole.
Into the cake? Because I don't mind. Have you
No,
been a part of a
I just-
cakewalk?
I've witnessed a cakewalk when I was very little. It was
Why were you
some
not-
kind of church
I
function.
would make myself a part. Oh, it's a church function? That's unfortunate.
There was cake involved, but I can't remember how or why or how you received the cake for participating in this cakewalk.
I don't understand what the mechanics of the cakewalk were,
But
but
that's
I
what
knew
it was
that there was
called,
walking
and I was like,
and that there was cake.
I mean, maybe this is a fool's errand because I'm not even sure that this
What
is
if
a real
it's
thing.
not even real?
And it was just something that the church that I
What
was
if-
going to at
what
the
if-
time.
What if you were so young, it was completely unrelated? What if there was just a 5K happening and then also a bake
Well, it
sale?
was happening inside, so I don't think it was a 5K.
Okay, maybe you could walk enough circles. Remember at our fucking college, we used to fucking... There was that stupid walk thing that our college did in the gym. Remember? Do you remember? Where everybody would go and then they would try to walk all night? Or was that a dance-a-thon?
I remember the dance-a-thon.
Was it? Okay, it was a dance. I thought it was like a thing where you like walk.
No,
I didn't know it was a dance-a-thon.
yeah.
There is a
remember,
walk.
Yes, there was. It was a relay.
Yes, but it
All night
lasted like
relay.
all night. Yeah.
and you had to try. And I never actually went because I was
Yeah,
like,
I never-
fuck that.
Exactly. That's what I fucking
But
thought.
the organization we were a part of
Our
did
club
participate.
participated.
And all spearheaded by our wonderfully overly enthusiastic friend Eddie.
Eddie's great. Eddie's like every school's alumni that they wish they had.
Yeah.
Because he's got so much
So
school
much
spirit.
Like you like. Yeah, you literally like this guy. You'd like he'd like cut himself and it's blue and gold, which was our school colors. Just shoot out.
Out of him. Like we had to take him to the hospital. He had to get a school transfusion. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't take him to the hospital. We took him to the student center so he could get a school transfusion. Please, we need more blood, school blood.
And believe me, if he ever ends up listening to this episode,
Well, I'm definitely gonna tell him
yeah,
now.
none of this is meant as an insult. It was.
Didn't even seem like it. I
No.
was like so psyched. I'm like, we get to talk about Eddie. This is the best.
It seems we're like ribbing him for like having a lot of
No,
school
I would
No.
never. He
Hey.
held that organization together with his bare hands.
Hey, oh yeah. It was great. He was like he was like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 trying to hold that train on the tracks, or like Spider-Man and Spider-Man Homecoming trying to keep that boat together.
Yeah. He was keeping that sinking ship together. I remember he was preparing for the relay, and he was like, "Eat this, Alex." And I'm a very trusting person, so I shoved it in my mouth. And I was like, "What is this? What am I eating?" And he's like, "That's jicama. You can be allergic to it, and I'd have to take you to the hospital." And I was like, "That's not what you say to someone when you put something to give them and you put it in their mouth, Eddie. That's very. Why would you do that to me?" And so I eat jicama, and then of course you get those phantom throat pains when you think you've eaten something you're allergic to, and you're just like, "My throat's closing up." And Eddie's like, "It's fine. Let's just wait 15 minutes." And I'm like, "Stop! Stop enforcing the fear that I'm gonna have an allergic reaction to Hickama.
It's so great.
So good. What were we doing?
What a good guy.
Where are we? Did I go?
guessed your thing.
Oh, and I haven't told you what it is yet.
Yeah.
Well, I remember. I have not forgotten.
What
okay.
was my guess?
Now that I've forgotten.
No.
Okay, let's think back. We were talking about our school, but why? Relay race. Cakewalk.
Cakewalk. Oh, I was thinking of the hoop skirt doing the hula hoop.
Oh, was it that long ago?
I think so. What was your
Wait,
thing?
why did you say cakewalk then?
I don't remember.
No, the perpetual motion device was definitely the previous guess, right?
And then I said no, and I said Steve. It was perpetual motion machine. It was Steve Harvey. I wanted a supercut. It was Steve Harvey.
Supercut, yeah.
And I still don't know how he got to cake, but it was definitely this
You
because I don't remember what he did.
cakewalk, and he's like, you were trying to explain something to me, and you were like, you know what a cakewalk is, right? And I was like, no, I have no idea what that is. And then you said you walk for cake, and I went, that sounds like something I would definitely be a part of. You brought up cakewalk, but why?
I don't know.
I think it was part of your guess, and I think you were asking me if I knew what a cakewalk was to complete your guess, and you never did.
No. Definitely not.
Well, listeners will fucking figure that out in post, I guess. So here's my thing. I assume you're wrong because I don't fucking remember what your guess was.
It was hula hoop.
Sure, whatever.
Skirt.
Picture a 50s, like, mod. Or would that be the 60s?
60s would be mod,
okay,
I believe.
A 60s mod living room. We're talking straight out of a catalog, right? With the bright fucking colors and shit. And then, but like strewn around the room are like, you know that skit from Whose Line Is It Anyway, where they're all the weird people at the party, and the joke is the host has to like figure out who all the weird people
what they are, what they're doing.
So there's just like 4 weirdos loitering and not interacting with each other, just like in the mod living room. And then the host comes out, and I guess he has to figure out who each of the people are. One of them's like upside down.
It sounds like a fun party. Is
Yeah.
there a cakewalk?
I'm pretty sure there's a fondue pot.
Oh, okay. No cakewalk, though.
Why would there be a cakewalk with 5 people? What kind of money and or cake are you raising? Because I still don't really understand the concept of the cakewalk. Is it a fundraising activity? Is it a cake racing activity?
I want to have some kind of collaboration dessert restaurant with Raising Cane's, and I'm just going to call it Raising Cakes.
Well, it would be a collaboration between Raising Cane's and Raising Cane's. Cane's and Cake, the band.
Whoa.
Raising Cake. I don't think they'd go for it because of the whole anti-capitalist thing, but like...
That's true.
If did go for it, it would be awesome. You okay there, bud? He just put his head in his arm for some reason. You okay?
Very tired, yep.
Are you yawning?
Yep.
What time is it? I don't know how long we've been doing this. So we started late. And the last time we started late, we went over by like a lot. So do we go again, or?
Well, if we go again, we're definitely going to go over because we'd have to each do one. Right now, we're even.
We're even. Even Stevens. Okay, so let's just ESP a thought thing to talk about for like 5 minutes, okay? So let's do like a mind meld, but we'll discuss it, okay?
Okay.
1,
2,
3.
Knob.
Bottom feeders. What?
Knob.
Knob, like doorknobs?
Yeah, like K.
Or like, you're a knob.
Like
which
doorknobs.
Is like an insult. Why is that an insult? Is the knob another word for the wiener?
I think that is slang for a wiener, yeah. So
remember those skits in Austin Powers where they would just keep coming up with like...
Sure, I think that looks like a Johnson.
Johnson! Wow, on the reading it looks like a big old Peter. Have you seen what's outside of the window? Not yet, but I'd really like to get an order of sausage.
Yep.
That's the...
Well, that thing's got a big old pair of nuts. Get your nuts.
Boiled red hot and salted.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look at that. That looks like a giant...
A giant Willie, and then it was Willie Nelson.
Yeah, it was like Willie Nelson. I love that.
So great. And then they were boobs in one of them.
They were big parent knockers.
Yep. Hooters.
Hooters, and they had like an owl. Yep. So good. I didn't care. You're gonna use the same joke. Remember when Fairly Odd Parents would do that, but it was like good. Like, we've already denounced Butch Hartman as a piece of shit. But,
fuck that guy.
Remember in the good episodes of Fairly Odd Parents where they would, like, take a joke and the whole episode would, like, be that joke over and over again, but it was funny?
Yeah.
The only one that comes to mind is the one where Cosmo gets boobs and he goes, I'm keeping them.
Yep.
And then that comes up, like, 3 more times.
The episode where he had the nickel, Philip.
Philip was so great.
That was a good one.
Philip!
I mean, the show's recurring joke of Elmer's Boyle wanting to fucking
take over the world.
Yep.
I like the one, like, I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but asserting my authority as your parent by coming in anyway. Yep. Bang! With, like, a battering ram.
So fantastic. What was Trixie's friend's name?
Oh god, I can picture that blonde with the pink skirt.
Yeah, when she rips up the picture of her, and then
she goes like,
she's like way far away in like a mall, and she's
on an escalator, and she's like physically ill.
Yep.
That's like, and that's the one where the love burns with the white hot intensity of 1,000 suns. Yeah, that's not that episode, but she's the one who says that.
Yep.
And then she had a crush on Timmy, which was like, what the fuck? That came out of like left field.
I also like how Timmy, or at least all of the boys, look like at least 3 grades younger than the girls that they have crushes on.
My dear, that's just puberty.
That's true.
That's just what happens.
But I think weren't Trixie and all of them supposed to be in the same grade?
They're all in the same grade, yeah. Again, that's just puberty when you're like 10, 11, 12.
Oh, okay.
When did your voice drop to the deep octave and you
remember.
got, I don't know, balls? I don't really understand male puberty.
They don't exist before puberty. They just one day you wake up and you just have 2 big old bouncing balls hanging below your dick.
Did you forget what the balls were, Mason?
No, I was trying to think of a different word than just saying dick, but I just gave up.
What is the boner? That's what Keith was talking about.
Inoffensive.
Yeah, Keith was like, dick's offensive, cock is offensive, but boner is a word that everyone can get behind. Yep. Yeah.
100%.
Alright, I think we wasted enough time. Okay, we're gonna close out the podcast now. So let's sweep right into housekeeping. Alright, I got my fabuloso, and we are going to clean now. Alright, so you listen in on Apple Podcasts? Well, baby, you should rate, comment, subscribe 5 stars.
5 stars?
If you hit the Spotify, you got a subscribe button. If you hit Google Podcasts, pretty sure subscribe. I'm pretty sure all those other ones got subscribe buttons. You listen in on YouTube, you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. I put up episode corrections, guest lists, and one other thing. Oh, I guess it's just the update. I do like 3 posts a week. On the Tumblr page, that's GuESPers.tumblr.com. We got a Twitter page. I've been posting a meme a week. I've been really just nailing that with minimal. I literally set a timer, like, under 5 minute make a meme. And then I'll just do that.
Don't know what that means? Follow us on Twitter.
Go hit us up on Twitter. You'll find out what that means. And that's You just had to gank my steez, didn't you? You just had to gank it all over the place. You know, I genuinely don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Gank?
Gank my steez. Like, I say that all the time, but I have no idea what that is shortened from.
Don't know.
Yanking my chain, maybe?
Yep.
And I don't know where that came from. Steve?
Steez.
I think
the word you've been saying.
I don't know. I guess I'll look that up too. Yeah, I loved. After housekeeping, I gave myself a thing. What the fuck? Anyway, I think that's everything. Mason, you got any other things to add to the house juice? Polyjuice potion.
Okay, so I do have something to add, and I know we're a comedy podcast, but I feel like it's important to say this kind of thing right now. Fuck racists.
Yep.
Just fuck them. Everything going on in the world right now, specifically America, it's horrible. I can't believe what's happening. Black people are disproportionately affected by police brutality, and if you don't think so, you can fuck off. And I say that as a co-host of a podcast that has very few listeners already. I don't care. If you don't support Black Lives Matter, stop listening to this podcast, please. That's all I got to say.
You're on the wrong side of history, that's all I'm saying.
Yep. Alright, and with that...
Alright!
We'll see you next week. I gotta say my other thing, my regular thing.
Yeah.
It's got so like.
Yeah,
whew.
I concur with everything. Just for the record, I
Yeah.
just want to. Mason said it so good. I didn't want to interrupt, but I just want to. I'm here.
Nah, we get you, baby.
Okay, cool.
It's all good. We didn't get
Cool.
anything right today, but we sure on did have a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, Skynyrd, play me out.
This is where the guessing ends.